Be very interesting in this very difficult surf and to see how they go. I mean, they're a great crew. They've done very well this year, but this is a very big ask for him. Must be a very emotional moment for him.
Absolutely. Not as big a ask as it could have been just to move from second stroke to second bow and vice versa, as opposed to, say, going from stroke to bow. But still, you get used to rowing in your seat.
Look, it's a very big thing to go from one side of the boat to the other, particularly when you're about to go in the first final you've been in. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they go. But whatever happens, they've done very well to get here. And Steve's a very experienced sweep, and I'm sure he'll make sure that he looks after them.
And a chance at history, a father and daughter. A couple of fathers and sons have done it. The great Bluey Myers and his son Grant did it years ago for freshwater. I think they're away, are they? Yes, they are. And Alistair McComb, who we saw yesterday in the lawn crew, has done it with his son, who still sweeps in that crew. But they're away, and we'll take you through them in a moment. That's South Kilkil, the Bilgola crew on screen, closest South Kilkil up the top. But Bilgola down the bottom here in that yellow boat. North Cottesloe are next to them. South Kilkil third from the bottom of the screen, then Talabudra, Pacific Palms and Kurrawa. And already the Bilgola crew appear to be getting the worst of this little break that they're going through. We do have a camera on board the North Cottesloe boat, and there they are. And this will give you some idea of just how hard this is to work your way through the break. Yeah,
you watch and see how their sweep sort of works, and they'll be listening for his instructions if they've got to have to stop. They'll just say hold the boat if they're going to wait for a wave to come. The main thing you don't want to do is just row straight into one of those big breakers. So he'll be watching very closely. They'll go out a fair distance, and then he'll start to tell them to hold back and wait for an opportunity to come through the waves.
And as we're watching the stroke now, there she goes down. See how hard she comes down on the backside. You really do have to time that as well. A stroke earlier in the year in one of the National Surf League boats actually broke her coccyx doing exactly that. But so far, you'd have to suggest that 1, 2, 3, 4 in alley 5, we've got the Talabudra hose with Lyle Clark as their sweep, taking them out. They've been top 3 in at least 4 rounds this year of the National Surf Rowers League, so they've been on and around the money all year, the Talabudra hose, and they're taking out by a long, long way at this stage.
Yeah, no, they're doing very well. They're actually, Talabudra are going for their 3rd year in a row, although it's not this crew. The last 2 years they've won it. So it'd be a great thing for the club if they could do the same thing again with a different crew.
So the Talabudra hose, as you can see, they're out in front. We'll put the number 1 next to them. Probably sitting in 2nd position at the moment would be Kurrawa, and then in 3rd up the top, you'd have to suggest probably Kurrawa in 3rd actually, and Pacific Palms in 2nd position at the moment.
Well, it'd be a great effort if it is. I can't see from the position I'm in here, but if Pacific Palms are up there, it'd be a wonderful effort. A long way to go yet, though.
Yeah, long way to go indeed. Well, actually, no, they are struggling, Pacific Palms. They're on that wide shot. We can pick them up clearly there, the crew well back. But leading at the moment, the Talabudra hose. On the right side of them is South Kilkil, North Cottesloe and Bilgola, and at the top of the screen, Kurrawa. So Pacific Palms beginning to drop back, but with a rower with a suspected broken wrist, what else would you expect? So a Talabudra hose now coming to this turning can. You'll see them, they get up, they dig those oars in to try and help spin the boat around, and the bow side bring them around, and that was a pretty good turn.
That was a great turn. It was interesting to see. That's quite a different style where you're getting the stroke coming right out of the seat. Normally that's not the way it's done, but obviously it's worked very well for them.
North Cottesloe going to their turn now, and they're catching their crab on the stroke side and then bringing it round with the bow side. They're in a real ding-dong battle for 2nd and 3rd position at the moment with Bilgola and South Kilkil. You could just draw a line across them, couldn't you? That's Bilgola at the bottom of screen, North Cottesloe and South Kilkil. But out in front, and just getting into picture now, is Talabudra, the Talabudra hose.
They're way out in front, but the thing is, he's not going to be able to hang around and wait for a wave. He's going to have to take whatever he gets, and that's going to be interesting because there's some big waves coming on.
Yeah, being out in front isn't necessarily the greatest piece of news unless you happen to come in when the swell is a little bit smaller. And right now there are probably about 20 to 30 strokes from the real wave section, from that bank that gets mighty dangerous. So we'll see how this ties in. The Talabudra hose out in front, Bilgola at the bottom of screen, North Cottesloe probably just edging in front of them for 2nd, and South Kilkil probably in 4th at the moment.
They rode very well to get that sort of lead. They've actually increased their lead since they came out from the cans, but it's going to be interesting now. They're going to have to take a wave soon because the other boats are coming up.
Yeah, we're with North Cottesloe now, but there is a wave for the Talabudra hose. Now, will they pull down this? They're working their way down it now. They're certainly going to get it. They'll move to the back of the boat to try and get that nose up. Here they go, moving to the back of the boat. So all the pressure on the sweep to hold it. Can Can he do it? Look at him working that sweep ball. It's a magnificent effort so far.
That's Lyle Clark. He's doing very well. He's holding it very. I'd say he's going to come all the way.
Okay, Lyle Clark and the girls from Tullabudra. They deserve a victory because they certainly led from the start. Now you've got the bow woman getting up there to try and put some weight back on that bow to keep them down this little wave. Still,
you see them coming back up there, getting in their seats. They're trying to get the weight forward.
Yep.
They're nearly there, and that's going to keep the boat on the wave long enough to get them over.
It certainly will. We're going to have a great battle for second and third.
You've got 3 boats on the same wave coming in.
And they're going to catch them. I tell you, the 3 boats are going to be very, very close. So they're over for first.
Bilgola is one of those boats on this end.
Yep.
It's going to be very, very close race. I'd say Bilgola is going to get either second or third here, looking at the way they're coming in.
Yeah, Bilgola, South Kirkhill, North Cottesloe, they're all there. Now, Bilgola, I don't know. I tell you what, that Cottesloe crew, they're spinning the slew. North Kirkhill, Bilgola stayed even. Well, look, we'll just have to, they're already through the gates. We'll have to wait to see what the judges made of all of that.
That's Kirkhill there. That's Chris Fleming Ribs. He's done a really good job this year, so they'd be pretty pleased with that result.
Yeah, it's a photo finish between Bilgola and South Kirkhill for a second and third. Tullabudra have taken out the Open Women's boat race final, and we'll go down to Pete Calhoun with the winners.
Ladies and Lyle, congratulations, mate. There's never a dull moment in those races, and the girls responded.
Oh yeah, they rode beautifully. I mean, we got a lucky break out, but they just powered on. It was unbelievable. I'm so stoked.
Coming in, you really had to take the bit between your teeth. Some big swells came through, but it paid off.
Yep, I just had to trust their skills. I mean, they're good. They're so good in the boat. It's unbelievable. I'm so happy.
Have a look at them. Not 1, 2, 3, but 5 gold medal smiles. There they are.
Yeah, good luck to them, Pete. We'll wait for the official results, but this was the way that they held so brilliantly, Rod.
Yeah, no, they've done really well. I mean, I think that's sort of that's a great. They've been very careful going down the centre of the boat there to make sure they didn't rock it. They really have helped the sweep very well by doing that, and obviously he's done exceptionally good job. Notice how far he's brought the sweep oar in from the boat, so you can get some good leverage off it. He's worked it really well, and I'll tell you what, those girls, they're a very well disciplined crew.
And the official results: Tullabudra from Queensland, North Cottesloe and Bilgola. 1, 2, 3 officially.
Yeah, well, that's interesting. I thought Curly might have got in there, but anyway, once again, Don McManus has just made himself just come in right at the end again.